We first meet Jezebel in the Old Testament in 1 Kings chapter 16. It introduces her as the wife of King Ahab, but it doesn't take long before we realize that she's actually a force of evil. Jezebel brought the worship of Baal into Israel and persecuted God's prophets. She manipulated her husband into committing murder to get what she wanted. Fast forward to Revelation chapter 2, verse 20, and we see the spirit of Jezebel resurface. Jesus warns the church in Thyatira about the woman Jezebel who calls herself a prophetess. While she might not be the same person, the spirit behind her actions, manipulations, false teaching, sexual immorality, and rebellion is very much alive. It's the spirit of Jezebel. This shows us that the Jezebel spirit is not just about one woman in history, the historical Jezebel, but it's a demonic influence that seeks to undermine God's people and God's order, especially those with high callings. So let's talk about the characteristics of Jezebel. Jezebel's spirit is usually seductive, manipulative, and controlling. It works in the shadows and thrives where the spiritual compromise and passivity. And that's just, it commingles with the spirit of Ahab. Ahab was her husband. And so when you are, like, let's say I'm a husband and I'm just like kind of sitting back and let the controlling wife call all the shots, that's when you're operating in the spirit of Ahab. They go hand in hand. So the spirit of Jezebel is all about control and manipulation. The spirit always seeks to control others, whether through guilt, flattery, emotional manipulation, or outright intimidation. The spirit of Jezebel always wants to dominate. Intimidation and fear. Remember how Elijah, after defeating the prophets of Baal, ran in fear when Jezebel threatened his life? He ran. That's the Jezebel spirit, intimidating even the strongest of spiritual leaders. You know, Elijah was super strong, but he ran, undermining authority. It doesn't submit to godly leadership. It seeks to replace, often through flattery or division.